Your podcast was probably the seventh one I've been on in the span of 3 weeks. So other people are doing this, not as effectively though. I think I'm still involved with one other gentleman that is helping me grow my company. But he didn't pivot towards, hey, you do your own podcast. So this is the first time I'm seeing the back end of it.
Mhm.
Um, I was getting a little discouraged, but seeing how this is rating what you all do on the back end makes me very curious about how I could incorporate it. So definitely worth my time.
Amazing. Well, let us know if you have any questions. Happy to take them. I'm gonna double down on one of the things that you mentioned. So going on other podcasts. Well, obviously this is great. I think most of you guys have done it here. What I would say is when you have your own podcast with very targeted ICP, very specific content, going on other people's podcasts every once in a while becomes very, very interesting because your call to action to this audience is not, hey, buy my book, download my lead magnet, whatsoever. It's like, hey, if you like this, and you know they like the format, so if you like the content, and you can usually talk with the host to have that as a call to action at the end and in the show notes. If you like this, I have a podcast myself where I talk about this literally every week. Come and check it out. And that grows the audience. Again, it's referral audience with the kind of buy-in from the host. So that can be super, super effective if you have something that you can follow up with the audience with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I cannot say this enough. Your podcast was probably one of the most legitimate that I went on. We
Thank you.
went live. You within, like, I immediately pulled it from YouTube and it wasn't the full polished, it was the live version that I started sharing. But even within 24, maybe 48 hours, I think it was within 24 hours, I got the email with the items in it. I don't think out of all of the other podcasts I've done, nobody went live and nobody shared anything yet. So, I mean, on that front end, I was like, okay, this is to whereas I feel the other ones were salesy, were not as legitimate. This has a phenomenal legitimacy to it, and you can go and see all the other ones that you have done. So, building that authentic brand, a lot of people like to throw that around. No, this was legit.
If you run a professional services firms and you are not growing as fast as you'd like, then I'd like to give you a free gift. My team and I have put together the B2B Podcasting Secrets Playbook, which is basically 3 years of my teams and I knowledge, solving branding and lead generation for good for professional services firms. So if this is you, then your business growth is directly linked to the number and the quality of the relationships that you're able to build with actual decision makers, also whilst building reputation and brand. And we got pretty good at helping people like you do exactly that using podcast. So the playbook has 9 sections, from how to even position it, to finding the first guests, how to transform content and guests into clients, all the way up to becoming the #1 influencer in your space. It includes visuals, videos, text, and templates, and case studies relevant to each and every section. And if you want to go even faster, then on the thank you page, you can book a call directly with my team and we will look at your firm, see if we can help. And if so, we'll put together a tailored plan for your specific podcast that you can use and implement.